The unbearable feeling of your stomach doing somersaults, or your heart mimicking a beat of a loud drum. Your brain is still buffering and comprehending what to say or do, but it seems like the lingering is never ending. Everything seems blurry to the point where you can't focus on anything, or feels so vivid that the walls are closing in and everything is too much. Your hands are shaking uncontrollably and your palms are sweaty, yet cold at the same time. At first, you are able to do a basic task like breathing. Next thing you know, you struggle just to inhale and exhale. It's like you never learned how to. You end up gasping for air. Sounds familiar? Emotions have become more unstable throughout the years that even society has created pills to overcome these obstacles. Got depression? Pills. Can't sleep? Pills. Got anxiety? Pills. It's like people can't understand the mind no matter how much research we do on the brain and how it affects us. Instead of working with people and stopping the escalation of anxiety, we're just putting it aside and throwing pills around. According to the Anxiety and Depression Association of America, anxiety disorders are the most common mental illness in the U.S., affecting 40 million adults in the United States age 18 and older, or 18.1% of the population every year. Anxiety disorders are highly treatable, yet only 36.9% of those suffering receive treatment. People with anxiety disorders are 3 to 5 times more likely to go to the doctor and 6 times more likely to be hospitalized for psychiatric disorders than those who do not suffer from anxiety disorders. Anxiety has a purpose for us. It is part of a defense to protect us from danger. It is a part of the fight or flight mechanism. Even though anxiety can keep us from harm, it can get out of hand. Some people have so much anxiety that it can be considered abnormal and be classified as a disorder. There are many kinds of anxieties, but no matter what type of anxiety there is and how many there are, people should be aware of it and know that anxiety can impact someone's life. For example, putting someone under a spotlight, like giving them a presentation, or simply calling on someone to answer a question or problem, can trigger anxiety. For people experiencing social anxiety, putting them in a situation where they have to be social, like ordering food, letting the teacher sign a group or partner, or even just being in public can trigger someone. Some people think these situations are not a big deal, but people with anxiety do. They overthink things. Instead of living in the moment, they can't help but think of every single thing that could go wrong. Anxiety will dictate what the person will or won't do. For someone with anxiety, giving a presentation means thinking about how they might mess up the visuals they made or how they might stutter when speaking. They get ahead of themselves and they can't help it. Having a crush, they might consider confessing to their crush but often overthink the outcomes. They might think about how they might get rejected, so later on, they brush off the thought of sharing their feelings. People that are being consumed and manipulated by anxiety often experience regret and are scared of making mistakes. As a teen, in an Arizona public high school, it's very common to develop anxiety. People judge and criticize others for starting a dialogue or taking action. It makes the person who's taking all of the critical hits worry more and to be reserved about what they say and do. Outside commentary and bullying can get to a person. Being emotional at times is what makes us human, but as humans, we should be cautious towards others because it may affect and hurt them. Let's put ourselves in their shoes. There's a difference between being honest and being a jerk. Don't hesitate to soften the blow to someone. The world is promoting negative behavior very frequently. There's so many ways to share kindness. Increasing positivity in the world can make this a better place to live. A positive comment or gesture can help a person's mindset and help them see a light that they might have been searching for through the darkness. Instead of highlighting someone's flaws or mistakes, highlight their accomplishments. Everyone has their own problems. You don't have to be okay all the time. Yeah, it sucks, but knowing you aren't alone makes things so much better. For me, anxiety can't be cured, but it can be helped. Having anxiety feels unbearable. Overthinking the mistakes that could be made at any moment is heavy. But I've learned that you can't let anxiety influence you and your experiences. If you know the answer to a problem or question, don't be scared to take the chance. Take the risk. What I hold deep in my heart is a video I watched and gained the courage to take risks. It was an interview of elderly patients that were close to passing away. They were asked, what's their biggest regret in life? Most said they didn't regret the many things they did do, but regret the things they didn't do. So I say consider this. Instead of being a worrier, become a warrior. For Spot 127, I am Shedea Larrubis.